If you've been around jiu-jitsu for a while, you'll see some patterns in sparring behavior and the norms that are in place to enforce those norms. These informal or formal rules serve to create a training environment where people can safely explore their physical and mental limits without dire consequences. Unless you're Kip, who in fact had a dire consequence.
I mean,
with
really?
The neck.
I don't see any issues.
You're not dead, so it wasn't that dire.
I made it up. It didn't happen.
No, I mean, as long as you're still breathing and you can do jiu-jitsu, you're fine. You know what? I actually agree with Paul here. Moving on.
Going back to it.
So, yeah, point is, you should be able to go there and it's a combat sport. It's a combat art. It's self-defense.
Yes.
You want to learn it, and you want to make sure that it works. And the cool thing about jiu-jitsu is, of course, the realness. Like you can go 100%, and I tried my hardest. I fought as hard as I could and came up extremely short. And that's what proves this is like king shit of all arts, right?
It is.
Because when I was doing taekwondo and karate and all that kind of fun stuff, you're like, no, man, you got to pull your punches. You got to just kind of like tap them or,
Sparring's really sparring.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So with this, like, you know it's real.
Yeah.
You feel, and the first day you're like, oh, this hits different.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
Kids are saying that nowadays.
Are they?
Moving on. So you want to be able to train this, but not get screwed up, right? Not end up like Kip. You don't want a broken neck. You don't want broken fingers and ribs, and you don't want to do it.
Don't do that.
And you need to trust your fellow teammates to not hurt you, especially when you're brand new at this shit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And even when you're not, right? So when you're brand new, people have to save them from themselves.
Yes.
When you're not brand new, you can't be that guy. You know what I mean? Because you can't claim ignorance anymore. So you have to foster an environment and a culture where people they're not like that day one mentality, but they can really hurt you.
Yes.
Yeah. Make sense? So
yes,
that's kind of we're kind of getting to how to enforce people to not be like that. Because,
it's hard.
Because all walks of life come in. Like we've talked about, people like Austin, to his credit, he's never needed enforced. Nobody's ever had to go, hey, beat that guy's ass. He's treating her or him like shit. And he's just trying to murder him. Like say what you want about Austin, and I do, and so do you.
Clearly.
I will give him this. Like, he is one of my favorite roles.
Always has been, though.
Because he's not just trying to win. He's trying to learn. He's curious about what you're doing to him. Yeah. And he's asking questions, how he can stop it. So he has a learning mindset doing this. He doesn't have a I must win mindset. But then at the opposite end of that spectrum, me, you had...
When you started,
When I started, right. This is 12 years ago.
FYI, I just want to point out that you've been doing jiu-jitsu for 12 years since I met you.
I'm not aging. That's the great part about this.
Go back to our old episodes. He will tell you in those he's been training for 12 years. Yeah. Evidently, time doesn't count for Paul.
Over here.
No. Time does not fly. It stands still.
I realized that when I was listening to our show the other day. I was like, oh, wow. He said 12 years 2 years ago.
Yeah. It's neither here nor there, kid.
Okay.
The fact is, when I first started, exactly 12 years to the day, I had the mindset where I'd go in there and hurt people.
Yeah.
And looking back, and this is actually part of the show, I didn't realize I was enforced upon by the black belt.
Oh, so you were. I always kind of wondered that, never asked them.
Yep. I was, and I didn't realize it because I was so ignorant. Well, I didn't realize what he was proving a point without saying anything. And to me, I didn't take it the way it was supposed to be taken. I'm just like, that's what we do.
Well, and that's part of the issue I have with Matt enforcing is I've seen it. I've seen people just utterly annihilated by Morgan. She's been a great one because usually she'll just do it very intelligently, basically immobilize a guy. Just be like, there you go. How's that feel? But then I've seen Coach just be like, all right, I'm going to put it on you, whatever. The guys don't get it. because just the very next roll, they're like, dude, that was good roll, coach.
We're gonna get to that. This is the part that kind of blew my mind today. It's just like, why don't we do it the way he was talking about?
Yes,
and he kind of came
just right there. Yeah.
Exactly. So this is fun. I like this one, even though it makes me feel bad about myself.